Teen girl refused to stop texting while driving before crashing and killing a father and a young daughter.
Oh no.
Who told her to stop?
The passengers in the car.
Oh, they told her, stop texting, bitch, and she's all like, fuck you!
Yeah, literally multiple times.
I hate those type of people, though.
If it's something like super urgent, like it's an emergency, that you know, then I'll do the whole
voice talk
the
thing.
voice.
Yeah.
Voice text.
I'll do it a few times. Like it's like, if it's a question, you just do the voice, so you don't have to look. You just go hello, blah 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 blah, send it on the way, and then you're done. You have to look at it again.
We do have Bluetooth, you know, we can call.
Interestingly enough, though, I do have a friend. I will not let his name be known, but he likes to FaceTime. I don't know why. To me, it's a little odd when another male wants to FaceTime another male, especially when you live in LA and we see each other like 3 or 4 times a week. Kind of weird. So the fool apparently FaceTimed our other friend, right, while he was driving, right? And it was a good thing that he did because he watched him fall asleep on the wheel.
Holy shit!
He's like talking to him, asking him a question. And he goes, "Yeah, man," and he just seems to do this. And he goes, "Yo, wake up, wake up!" He goes, "What?" He starts driving. He said he fell asleep twice while he was on the wheel.
Maybe that's why he likes to FaceTime, because you know
Keeps him awake.
Yeah.
Smart.
Yeah. So he was like yelling, like, "Yo, wake up, wake up, wake up!" Yeah. This guy likes to FaceTime people. That was a little odd.
That's dangerous.
That's what I should do when I have to drive for
you're
a long
tired?
time.
Dude, I remember we were doing this road trip, and this girl just loved to drive. And it was like one of those like fucking pyramid scam groups that we were a part of.
Ugh.
And so I didn't really know her that well, but it was like my friend's friend. And she just insisted on driving. And I was like, all right, fuck it. So we get to San Francisco, right? And the whole time she's like going over speed bumps and like fucking shit up and like driving within 2 lanes and shit. And I'm just like, oh my God. At this point, I'm about to like, I lost my patience because now it's just fucking dangerous. And she has her music up really loud. And there's this huge like overpass. And I was just like, hey, you're going kind of fast. You're going kind of fast. And I turned down the volume. I was like, you're going kind of fast. And she's like, I got it. And then she fucking realized that it was time to turn. So she hit the brakes like crazy. And the car just went like a fucking drift over this huge fucking like overpass turn. So I'm just seeing skyscrapers and I'm just like, holy fucking shit. And then she stops, and then they're just like, oh my God, you almost killed us. And I was like, you're getting out of the car. And I just got out, and then I pulled the door out, and I was like, get out. And then she got out, and I just fucking drove. And I was like, dude, I hate people like that. Like, they insist on driving when they just, and she was even texting. She was just fucking incompetent.
Damn.
Dog is caught on camera feeling guilty after eating Christmas ornaments.
Whoa! Oh, this is Denver!
Yeah, again!
Wait, the guilty dog?
Yeah, Denver.
I love guilty dogs.
I love Denver. He's the original guilty dog.
Oh no!
Now, I know exactly why you're looking at that. You're not even supposed to be on the couch. Not even supposed to be on the couch. And guess what? Lips are red. Look at your red lips. And I can already tell what you did.
We have to exploit our animals. I know, right?
But those dogs are extremely unique. They almost have like human characteristics.
Yeah.
Like my dog just fucking pisses all over the place. That fucking dumb shit.
And my dog's camera shy. Like when he's doing something funny, I turn the camera on and all of a sudden he's like pretending like he doesn't know what the hell.
Yeah.
It's like WB
I'm like,
frog.
motherfucker.
Like, what would he be doing?
So for example, yesterday I was on the computer and then I hear Briggy snoring like a human being from the inside of the room. So she was going,
Wow.
and I'm like, what the fuck? So I get my phone and I start creeping over there.
But you have to remember it's Bart who's creeping, so it's probably pretty fucking
So I creep over there and then I'm like, and I start recording her and then her eyes are still closed, but then I guess she sensed the camera, so she stops making any sound. I'm like, you son of a bitch, and she goes like this, looks around, it's you, okay. They always do crazy funny shit, but as soon as I'm supposed to record them, they fucking stop doing it.
I hope that dog's stomach's okay.
Yeah. He didn't seem too concerned for that.
I went to the vet once and there was a dog with all these like stitches on their side and I asked what happened and the dog had gotten into the garbage and eaten a chicken bone and then like you know how those don't break down? And then it like just stabbed him from the inside out. Like one day it just like was protruding out of his side.
That is
Submitted by Hermione.
Hermione.
Guy's girlfriend and ex-girlfriend jump in a river to see who he'll save.
I feel like this is some Chinese shit. Like, who do you love more?
Prove it. I mean, have you guys ever had like a super crazy ex that would probably do some shit like this?
They're probably watching the show, so no.
Actually,
Tell us later.
I had an ex that was pretty crazy. So she was already on probation, and she can't leave her pad. And because she was on probation, her license was taken away. But she was like, I love you so much, I gotta come see you. And I was like, I know, I don't blame you. I got that kind of skills, but stay at home, please. And then she couldn't resist. So she drove all the way from Fullerton to my pad. And then we hung out for a little bit. And then on her way home, so she's one of those dumbass criminals where everything was completely safe. Like she completed the task, but it's the last second because of her negligence she fucked up. So she drove in. So she lives in this gated like community thing, right? She drove up, and while the gate was opening, she dropped something. So as she went to go reach for it, the car started drifting forward, and there's a fountain in front of the gate. She hits the fountain, and she panics and hits the accelerator and runs the entire fountain over. So her freaking the car out, like she went from Fullerton all the way to El Monte and back, and she was completely safe. Now she has to pay for the damages of the fountain that she caused and driving without a license.
Wow.
So she's probably one of those crazy ass
She's like an inch away from home.
But is now in the Yangtze River.
Oh my god. Well, I mean, have you guys ever had a significant other or you test their love?
I mean, there's some stupid ass like people out there like that, and I specifically remember I had this fucking phone call. This crazy ass bitch. She goes, "You don't love me as much as I love you, so I have to let you go." And I'm all like, what the fuck does that mean? So because your love is more powerful than my love is for you, we have to break up because of that. Makes no fucking sense. But then that's when I realized you're a fucking idiot. And when she just fucking cried, hung up, right? I shit you not even 2 minutes passed. I'm sorry. She calls back, I'm so sorry. I don't know what I was thinking. Oh, I'm glad that was all over. And I'm like, that was all over? No, fuck that shit. I was like, I don't know, I have to think about this. I was like, fuck.
Did you end up breaking up with her because of that?
I had sex with her one more time to remind myself. Is it worth giving up? And I said, maybe it is. And then we had to, maybe like a month later.
And then there's breakup sex.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I have gone through like some tests, which I feel like kind of like mentally like screwed me over because since then I started over analyzing a lot of things.
Wait, you mean some boys tested you?
Yeah.
What did Tommy do?
No, Tommy didn't do anything. Tommy's great.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm talking about like my ex here. I felt like I was tested by my ex on just like small things, where it's just like, oh, you know, like if I get you this, like, what would you think? And I'm like, you don't really need to get me anything. And he'd be like, oh, so you don't like it? I'm like, no, what are you talking about? Like, I don't really need it. Or like, yeah, or he'll just like ask me, he's like, oh, I was like, oh, would you like get me something like this? And I'd be like, I don't know if you want it, I guess. But then
Why you keep dating girls?
I don't know. But then like, I don't know, he'll just like ask me these trick questions, and then they'll always like lead up to be like, dude, you're being so selfish, like you don't love me. And I was like, oh my god, it's like, I'm sorry, I didn't really see it in that perspective, you know, like I didn't
How long did you guys date?
think, we've known each other for probably about like 4 years, but
Like
we only
friendship?
we only dated for 3 months.
Damn. Was he like did he have another front where you're like, okay, this guy's a normal dude, and it wasn't until like you guys got together when all the insecurities came out?
No,
He's a scared little bitch.
no, I mean, I feel like he kind of had like that bad boy front.
Oh.
Yeah, where he was like very mysterious and like all the chicks wanted him because like whenever
And you got him, go Julia.
Because like whenever I talked to him casually, like all the chicks would be like, oh my god, dude, she's a fucking slut. And I was like, what the fuck? It's like, why are you calling me a slut?
For 4 years, you thought your homie was like a bad boy?
Huh? Well, I mean, like, I could see that like all the chicks always wanted him, so I was like, oh, okay.
And when you get together, he's like, I don't think you love me that much.
His front's out the door. It's like 0 to 100, dude. Like,
Is that why you guys broke up? Because you were just fed up? No, we broke off on mutual terms. Like, it wasn't the right time.